The don'ts of visiting America. Very interested to see what are these don'ts. Before we do get into this, I appreciate if you guys can hit that subscribe button. And yeah, let's jump straight into this and see what we got.
Also, today we're going to talk about the things you should not do while visiting in the United States, or if you're living there and you're a foreigner, you might not know.
Okay.
So I'm just going to share with you the things I learned that you should not do in the US.
Right. This is gonna be cool. When I go to America, I'm gonna know what not to do.
Number one is PSA, public show of affection.
Huh?
And it might be different state to state, or even in France if you're in the north or in the south. But in my experience, living in PA and living in Paris, I learned that in Paris, people are a lot more showing of their affection to their partner in public than in Pennsylvania.
How
so, like,
though?
Making out and stuff like that, you will see that in Paris, like especially in parks, and people will be like kissing and making out on the grass and stuff like that.
Wait. Like full on making out, like tongue action on the grass. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. In the UK, like sure, holding hands and kissing, sure, right? You do see that a lot. But making out and stuff like don't go too far, you know what I mean? Get yourself a nice little room away from, not everyone wants to see that, man.
Like that. But in the US, you won't see that as much, especially at least in Pennsylvania.
Right.
So it was really funny when I was like bringing friends. They were like, "Oh my goodness, like French people are just like making out in public and stuff like that." So it's really cool to see how what is accepted in France versus the US, or at least Pennsylvania.
Yeah, that's interesting though. How they get down in France, man? They're like fucking, are they going crazy?
And like showing to your partner your affection, like in the US, of course, you can kiss and like hold hands and stuff like that.
Right.
But making out is like
similar to the UK.
Probably maybe not doing at least in public or in a park. But in Paris, don't be shocked if you come over from the US and you go to Paris, you will see people being a little bit too affectionate to one another.
Oh, interesting.
Even me, I've been living in Paris for a while, and still sometimes I'm just like, what are they doing? Like, there are just like hundreds of people around, like, can you stop? So yeah, so I think it's really funny. Let me know in the comments how it is if you're in the US. Like,
interested.
What states are you in? So number 2.
Yeah, let me know. Hey, listen, Americans, right? Let me know. Do you guys see people making out much in public? Like, yeah, people are gonna do it. They're mainly gonna do it if like not many people are around or no one's around. But yeah, I don't see it in the UK much at all. Unless you're going out at night and people are drunk, you're gonna see it in the clubs and stuff. But like, yeah, just in public, yeah, you don't really see people making out.
Who is not walking in someone's yard or grass. So
okay, yeah,
you
don't want to do
where
this.
I lived, it was really weird because compared to France, because where I live in France, close to Paris, like almost everyone's yard is closed up, like you have fence all around them. But where I was living in PA, everyone did not have fence, so you could like barely like go in someone's yard because it was not fenced in, you know.
But you should do that.
It's hard because sometimes you can't really walk. Like there is no sidewalk in the US. Like so many places you don't have any sidewalks.
Huh?
So either you walk on the road or you walk in someone's yard. And
Wait. So like in America, you will have the road and then no sidewalk, just someone's yard. Where are you supposed to walk then? Because obviously you don't want to be walking on people's yards, and you don't want to be walking in the road as well. So like, where are you supposed to walk?
I remember one time I was walking down the street and just to be safe, I didn't want to walk on the road because if I didn't hear the car, I don't know, I just don't like it. So I was walking on someone's grass and I got yelled at. Like someone opened their window and said, "What are you doing? Don't walk on my grass." And I mean, it makes sense, it's your yard, you don't want people to walk in your yard.
Of course.
But because it's not fenced in, and because there is no sidewalk, and you're like, I don't want to walk on the road, so you just walk on the grass, and it doesn't seem like you're in someone's, space.
Yo, bro, I know America's like a car country, right? Which is good because I prefer cars. But let's say you did have to walk. What would you do in that situation? Would you just walk in the road? Yo, that's interesting.
Just open, so you don't really pay attention. But yeah, don't do that. I got yelled at, I think really one time, and then a few times they was just told me nicely, but yelled at one time. So
yo,
be careful, don't walk.
How many times is she walking in people's yards?
Someone's yard. It's not because it's open that it's public. It's their property. So
right.
Be careful with that. And yeah, pay attention while you're walking. If there is no sidewalk, just walk on the road, but just be careful.
Oh, interesting.
Number 3 is not kiss Americans on the cheek. Except I guess, man, if you're from the same family or your friends.
Oh yeah, we don't do this in
coming
UK.
From France, we do the bees, so we just like kiss on each cheek.
Yeah.
And so when I came to the US, I kind of wanted to do the same thing. You know, it's what I grew up doing. And I know in the US we couldn't really do it. Like it was not a thing. But
yeah, in the UK that doesn't happen. We don't kiss people on the cheek either. That's like a France thing. Maybe other European countries are doing that as well. But yeah, I know of some people in the UK that do that, but like I'm gonna happily say like 95% of people do not do that. Probably even more. Probably even more.
I think people were kind of scared and will like wait, what are you doing? You know,
yeah, don't kiss me.
They would be just like, I don't know, just not used to it. And then I came and I was trying to kiss people on the cheek just to say hi like usual, and people were looking at me so strange and so weird, and they were like, no, we don't do that here, you know.
Yeah.
Like, that's just so weird and just too close to people, and even girls would not want me to kiss them on the cheek. Like, it was really weird, and we had so many different conversations.
They just don't know where the breath has been going, bro. You know what I mean? Like, keep those lips away. But yo, okay, this is an interesting video though. Don't kiss people on the cheek. Don't make out with people in public, and don't walk on people's yards. Right, got it.
They asked me like, you kiss guys on the cheek even if you don't know them, or even your boyfriend, your friend's boyfriend, and I'm like, yeah, it doesn't do anything.
Yeah, that's a bit iffy.
It doesn't has any meaning, just to say hi. So yeah, it's really weird if you come to another country. Always make sure how do other people.
Yo, imagine like you're with your boyfriend or girlfriend, and then someone just comes in and starts kissing them on the cheek and stuff. I'll be like, excuse me, that's get your lips off her, bro.
People say hi in the country you're visiting because it's always different. So many countries have different ways of saying
right,
hello.
sure.
Some people don't touch, some people kiss, some people hug. And in the US where I was, it was kind of a half hug, sometimes a full hug.
I do that.
Handshake. But not
so like with girls, it'll be the full hug. And then with guys, it'll be like the half hugs. You know, where like you lock the hands and then you just go in for like the shoulder to shoulder. That's what I'll do.
Don't kiss them on the cheek. Another thing not to do in the US is going somewhere and expecting to get alcohol without having an ID. So it's really much harder in the US, especially with the
I've heard this.
Is like 21 to be legal to buy alcohol. But even after 21, they will still ask you your ID because I guess, you know, they can't really tell if you're 21 or not. So they
yeah, this is like it's not really going to be much of a shock because I know of it. But like in the UK, I can't remember the last time I've been ID'd for alcohol, and I look well. I'm told I look young for my age, right? So yeah, I go there. I think the beard kind of helps, but I genuinely haven't been ID'd for alcohol in a very, very, very long time. I'd probably say like 4 years ish. So yeah, I could just go to my shop, get some alcohol, and I'm 80% not gonna get ID'd, right? That's how confident I am. I'll always have my ID on me just in case. But yeah, I've heard in America, bro, even if you look like 30, 40, 50, you're gonna get ID. They're gonna ID pretty much everyone, right? So yeah, always. But I always have my ID on me anyway, so it's always sensible to have your ID on you at all times.
Always check your ID.
Fair enough.
If you come from another country, especially Europe, usually they don't do that. Like in
right.
France, we don't really check IDs, I guess.
Yeah.
So I never had my ID asked. Well, when I was younger, of course, but now no one asks me for my ID. If I go to a bar, if I go to, I don't know, to a restaurant, if I go to a club or whatever, they would not ask me my ID most of the time.
Oh.
Because I don't know.
Oh, in the club you get an ID'd. Yeah, in the club you get an ID. Like if I was going to a club, I'll probably get ID'd. But I haven't been to a club in a few years, so I'm not too sure. But I've always been ID'd for clubs.
They just know, or you know, I'm over 18, so they don't
okay,
ask.
interesting.
So it was really weird in the US because sometimes I even forgot. Like I would go to a bar and I would be like, oh shoot, I need to have an ID.
Oh wow.
I completely forgot because I'm so used to not having an ID.
Always have your ID.
Alcohol. And I've seen people showing ID even at restaurants, which never happened to me either. So it was really weird. So just not.
Oh yeah, restaurants. You know what? I've not been ID'd at a restaurant. You just order your drinks and boom. Yeah, I don't think I've ever been ID'd at a restaurant actually. Yeah, I actually haven't.
Expect to get stuff without your ID. So if you have other things that you should not do in the US, let me know in the comments. I would like
that
to
was
chat
good
with you
though.
about them. I'm sure there are so many that I didn't talk.
Yeah, very, very, very interesting don'ts. I'm sure you guys got a lot of other don'ts that you could think of. What not to do when visiting America. Let me know what you guys are thinking in the comment section. That'll be fun to check out. But yeah, really good video. Enjoyed that. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to leave a thumbs up. Subscribe for more content. I'm live every single day on twitch.tv/L3WG. If you guys want to check me out over there, I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.